Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here, and I'm going to show you a Rome Total War commentary video. I've already fought this battle. We're going to watch this from the replay, and the reason that it's being shown from the replay is because the Frapt crashed at the end of this battle, and it also crashed the game. But you can see at the very end that the battle was decided, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but this is definitely one of my favorite battles as of recent. This battle is very tactical. And a lot happens in this fight. I hope I remember what my thought process was throughout this battle. I wish I had recorded the live version. I did, but it crashed at the end, so the last 5 minutes of my live version was missing, so I decided just to do it from the replay. Anyways, I'm commanding Gaul here. My opponent's name is Whiteup. He commands the Greek city-states, and he was hosting this battle. It's a siege battle, obviously. And he had the rules at 15,000 denarii CWB. So when I saw that I was defending, and I saw when I saw how small my area was, it was just a fort, I knew he was going to be bringing Cretan archers, because Cretans can easily shoot over this from all angles and destroy my guys from all sides. So luckily I had some forester warbands. I had, what, 6 of them? Or so, I forgot. You can see all the army compositions at the beginning of this video. But yeah. My first thought was to get my archers out of this fort, because inside this fort my archers would have been more congested and this guy would have easily shot my guys to pieces. And in this war, where my main infantry consists of chosen swordsmen and his infantry is like gold armored hoplites and Spartans, I knew I had to achieve the archer advantage in order to beat this infantry. I'm not going to beat it with my chosen swordsmen, that's for sure. So I took my archers out. Now remember, forester warbands can hide anywhere. Obviously he saw me take my archers out of here. He knows where they are. But the fact is, I can hide them anywhere, which is kind of cool. Because when they're hidden, you know, he might forget where they are. So, I wanted to throw him off his game. I didn't want him just charging into my fort because he would have killed me if that happened. So I'm gonna basically launch a skirmish phase in this siege battle. If you'll notice, our archer force is almost equal. I would say it's about equal. Look at his archers. He has, what, 5 units of Cretan archers, but they are, what, gold archers. My force warbands, I have 6 of them, but they are not upgraded at all. So I would say the archer force is about equal. The only advantage that I have is my cav advantage. I have a barbarian chosen warlord who is... He has a lot of upgrades on him. I put 6 upgrades on him, whereas his only cav unit only has, what, 1 upgrade on it, and it's a Greek cav unit. So he has the archer advantage, I would say, or it's about equal. We'll say archer advantage. There is none. Infantry advantage is definitely his way, but I have the cav advantage. So I needed to make sure that I would use my cav edge in order to win the archer fight. That was my plan. It's not going to quite pan out that way, though. But I want to stress, yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite battles as of recent. My opponent said that he hadn't played in a while, but that he had watched POM play, and that he was excited to return to Rome Total War. So I was excited. So this guy's on my channel, so hey, what's up, Whiteup? You can see on the replay timer that this is a very long battle. I think the battle is going to be about a little over 40 minutes, probably like 45 minutes or something. So anyways, yeah, my archers are hidden. So he knows they're there, but his archers cannot shoot at me unless one of his units detects my archers. So he's going to take his Greek cav out and start scouting. And at this point, I had turned off my missile fire. I wanted my archers to be well hidden. I didn't want them to give away their positions until I wanted them to. So I've got my general unit just kind of roaming around here. When I say general unit, it's literally a general unit. But my general is actually fighting with my chosen swordsman. He's over here. So here's my general unit. My general's over here somewhere. He's got the blonde hair. Where's he at? I don't know. He's here somewhere though. You can probably spot him here. Here he is. This guy right here. This really ugly dude. Alright, so I'm gonna try not to fast forward parts, but I might have to, because it is a long video. And that was a problem. I use fraps for my gaming videos. When I record live, these frap files are taking up you know, hard drive space, so it does cause the game to lag a lot. And in this particular battle, it was so long that the game crashed, and it was probably because of fraps. But you're gonna see all the way to the end where fraps crash, and you can see that the game was decided at that point. So anyways, yeah, he sees me move my cav here, and I'm gonna take my cav away from my archers. I'm gonna entice him to charge them. You know, plus I know the fact that my archers are really tough. These guys are very decent at fighting cav close up. They do carry spears on them. That's why these forest warbands are really expensive. And so, at this point, you can see that he's going into is that wedge formation? Yeah, and he's gonna charge right into my foresters here. Excuse me. So get some shots off. They don't really do too much. So he charges in. He actually kills some of my foresters here. I'm surprised because they're just Greek cav. So that was not the best idea, charging forester warbands, especially with my cav nearby. So I think one Greek cav, two Greek cav units survived that massacre. Killed his dead bodies right there. And at that point, my opponent was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot they had spears." So now my new mission right now is to have an archer fight away from this fort. I want to draw fire away from my chosen swords. These guys need to be 100% when the infantry fight starts, because they absolutely stand no chance against armored hoplites and Spartan hoplites right now. So I see this little hill advantage here. So I'm gonna run all the way out here. And what I want to do is get around here and just use concentrated fire on his archers and just take out his archers if I can. I've already taken out his cav, so I have a chance of using my cav unit to help out in this archer fight. So the cool thing is, he's not even making an approach on my walls here. So I'm drawing him away from it. So he sees what I'm doing. He is going to form up some hoplites up here, and I already knew, hey, you know what? There is a huge fear of mine that he might just charge my archers. In which case, I'll have to make a quick getaway the same way I came in to this position. So I was expecting it, but if he does if he does chase after my archers, he's gonna tire his hoplites, which by the time he gets to my fort walls, he might be really tired. So yeah, if he has to chase my archers and he gets tired, then this is gonna work to my advantage here. Yeah, I really wasn't. I mean, initially I wasn't expecting to have this many archers. So my plan was to let him get to my walls and just shoot him to death from behind, but he has a lot of archers here, and he's gonna keep his archers well protected with even just his ground troops or his foot units. So yeah, this is the new plan here. Use this hill advantage here to get an archery advantage, so I can beat his Cretans. Now the problem here is these Cretans are gold, pretty much. So they're actually gonna start winning this missile fight here. I was surprised because, like, I have the hill elevation here. I thought even without having upgrades, I should have been beating these Cretans with the hill advantage. But no, these Cretans are actually dicing up my foresters right now. Like, this one's down to 90, 93. This one's down to 105. Look at his damage. I'm barely even touching those guys. So now I knew for a fact I need to get my cav over here. And this guy's gonna do a really good job of warding off my cav with just his foot units here. It was at this point I was like, man, I wish I had brought 2 units of cav, because it's easy to block off 1 cav, but if I had 2, I could have easily worked my magic on him. So while I'm doing this, I'm looking for hoplites to turn around so I can shoot them from behind with my archers. So he left two squads of infantry back there. So while I was doing this, looking for a chance to hit his archers with my cav, I took out all of my swordsmen. What I want to do is get him distracted so I can get all 6 swordsman units to gang up on these 2. That's what I was doing at that time when I was running away from his hoplites here. I was hoping he wasn't paying attention to the background there while I was going for his archers. But you can see right here, he sees my ruse, and he's actually going to take his 2 hoplite forces here and bring it back to his main army. So I wasn't able to gang up on those 2 units, but I was able to get my cav right here, and I started taking out some Cretan archers, which I thought, you know, that was my main objective initially anyways. But yeah, I'm achieving the skirmish supremacy here. Only because of my cav, though. If it wasn't for my cav, my archers would have got destroyed by his Cretans here. But I was really bummed out that he noticed my my 6 swordsmen coming out to tackle these guys. But I really wanted to take those 2 units out. I was thinking, hey, this is my big chance to take out isolated Spartans and armored hoplites. I was thinking to myself, I might not get the opportunity again. So anyways, while he's chasing them, I'm looking for more opportunities to shoot hoplites from behind. So that's what's going on right now. I can't aim for these guys over here. Or maybe these guys, I forgot. Sad news is his Cretans are back. But here I'm trying to shoot these backs of these armored hoplites. I take out like 5 units of them. Not much. But yeah, whenever you make actions in Total War, you know, there has to be a purpose behind it. You just can't move blindly. It's just like within chess. You don't want to make useless moves. So what I'm accomplishing here right now, aside from killing archers, and aside from shooting the backs of these hoplites, is that I'm getting his hoplites tired. Like, you know, they're still fresh, one's warmed up. But the fact is, if he keeps, you know, focused on my archers and my cav, he's gonna get tired chasing after them. And by the time he gets to my fort walls, he's gonna be really tired. You can see I brought my swordsman back into the fort. Now he could easily rest his guys in between these bouts of skirmish. But if he does that, then I'll just start shooting him again with my archers. So I'm not going to let him rest, basically. It's either go to my walls or get shot. Mind you, he still has Cretans here. So I'm still trying to use my my cav unit to take out Cretans. Unfortunately, my cav unit's getting really tired. So I would have to seek a rest phase. But at this point, you know, I do have a lot more archers now than his Cretans, only because of my my successful cav charge on him earlier, which you saw. But yeah, I'm still looking for armored hoplites to shoot from behind. Now I see this loose formation armored hoplite unit. I'm gonna charge from behind. I take out a few. Unfortunately, I lose quite a bit of cav there too, so that was not my best idea. I thought maybe I could get lucky and rout them with the initial charge, but it didn't work out that way. I took out a few though. Basically, I kept him on his heels, though. That's more important than anything else. It's psychological. So I see this guy's walking backwards here. That's the kind of thing I'd be shooting at. but I guess I didn't notice it during the battle. So yeah, the cool thing is, you know, he's not even looking at my walls right now. Now see, he brought a plethora of battering rams. You know, in the event that I destroy one, he'll have backup. Yeah, whenever you play a fort battle, the only siege equipment that you have access to are battering rams, because it can tear down those walls like they're nothing, break through the gate. So you don't get siege towers, you don't get stat points. Alright, so let's see, I gotta bring my infantry out here. I'm just gonna keep doing this. I'm just looking for opportunities to exploit. So you have to keep poking around in a situation like this to find a weakness. Maybe he'll make a mistake, you can capitalize on it. But if I just sat in my fort the entire time, you know, I mean, that could work too. But I like to look for opportunities to exploit. But yeah, the main problem here is if he does get into my walls, yeah, my infantry stands no chance against his hoplites. I could get them while they're out of phalanx, get them at the funnel. You know, as they funnel in here. Anyways, so he has the bright idea of charging again with his hoplites. And I'm gonna use my cav here to kind of poke around. I want to loop around here and try to harass the Spartan unit from behind. But I have to take this really long route around it, which is a problem because my cav unit's very tired here. So here I'm rushing my archers away. At this point, his archers are very minimal. Well, one's at 8, one's at 13, the other one's at 18. So that's manageable. But yeah, I've got my infantry back out again. So let's look at this armored hoplite force. This one's down to 158. That one's down to 157, 153, 161, 131. So I've weakened his hoplites a little bit, but not enough. So he sees my guys out, so he's going to charge again. Now what this is achieving is it's creating gaps between his army. It's scattering them. So I want to keep at this until I can get a unit completely isolated and I can attack it. But right now they're close enough where they can link up again if you wanted to, for safety. So I'm going back into the fort. Now the important one right now to look at is this isolated Spartan unit. That's the important one. They're down to 157, which is not... They haven't taken much damage yet. But it's the fact that, you know, units are starting to get isolated, you know, from my maneuvering and also through his player frustration. So yeah, a lot of times you have to manipulate the situation in order to get what you want. This is what I want. Stuff like this. So from the sides, I'm getting some pretty good shots here now. So this unit right here, these two units. There aren't many archers left, but I can still cause some damage here. I wanted to kill at least this unit here so that it would be my 6 swordsmen against his 5 hoplites. But my opponent is very astute. He's very observant. So he sees that his Spartans are not gonna fare too well if they stay like this. So he's gonna turn his front here, and he's actually gonna peel these 2 units off here to help out his isolated Spartan unit. So my opponent is definitely he's a thinking man or woman, and he's not just gonna let them get isolated. So he's gonna move these guys up here to support him, and I won't be able to get side shots on these guys anymore. I see them coming, so I want to get as many shots as I can before I have to run. So now they're down to 131. Earlier they were at 158. So I at least killed a few of them. Now, when there's 3 hoplites over here, that means there's 3 over here. So I'm thinking once again, hey, maybe I can take my sword units out and then gang up on these guys. It's a thought. So he's gonna chase after my forest warbands, and I believe he does catch 1 or 2 of them during this phase, because archers are kind of iffy. They don't always run when you tell them to. And here's my cav unit right there. They're winded, so they got some rest. But yeah, now he wants to chase after my archers. I'm getting shots where I can on these guys. You know, they're gold, they're heavily armored, so yeah, these shots aren't going to be effective unless they're from the flanks or from behind. So he does catch these units right here, it looks like. Look at that. The hoplite, he just took a swing at my guys here. Over on this side, I got units over here. So look, I see that he's passing right over, so I'm just gonna push through with these guys and go right through the middle of this loose formation Spartan unit. Unfortunately, my guys broke, but I thought it's a good idea. So this unit's broke. That's fine. Because I'm already thinking, you know, next stage of action. So I got my swordsman coming out again in order to perhaps get a 2-on-1 advantage on these 3 hoplites here. But he sees what's going on, so he's going to move back and link up again. So I got my my Barbarian Chosen Warlord unit here. I want to help out my archers. You know, just by harassing them, I can get these hoplites to turn around and then maybe get some shots from behind on them. And again, you know, I can't just keep running them because they will get tired. Right now they're winded, so yeah, I can't just keep running them around. I gotta rust them up a little bit. I got my foresters in the forest here. Getting some shots. Try to get as many shots as I can before I had to displace them from this position. So he's gonna come running again. So my opponent is taking this one objective at a time. He's not gonna turn and attack my fort needlessly. He wants to take out my archers first. But that was my plan anyways, was to keep him from attacking my fort, so I feel like this is more to my advantage than his. It's hard to say. But yeah, truly he does not want to attack my fort without neutralizing my archers, because if he does start going for my walls, I got my archers shooting him from behind. So yeah, he's doing what he needs to do, and I'm doing what I need to do too. So I got my cav unit out again, looking for archers. We're just looking to help out my archers too. But yeah, I'm always mindful of where his Cretans are, so I can attack them. And at this point, you can see my foresters have returned to the town square, and in the town square they will regroup. So they took some losses, but I can still use them. I mean, this is still a good harassment number. What, 24 and 2? I can still harass with those. You know, I could still be disruptive with them. So I can run these guys back to the side of my fort. And, you know, his guys are getting really tired. These guys are warmed up. That one's fresh. That one's winded. This one's tired here, up here. So yeah, I feel like, you know, like those animal predators, you know, they'll start harassing a herd. Eventually they'll find a weak link, and that's the weak link is the one that they're gonna attack. So in this case, I found these Cretans finally without protection here, so I'm gonna go for them. And I see a little gap right there. I can ride right through that gap. My opponent has very good control over his units. He's very observant of the battlefield, but there's some things you can't stop. This, for example, he sees what I'm doing. He's gonna go into phalanx. He takes out what, 6 of my guys. But hey, taking out Cretans, all of them, would reduce his army to a one-dimensional army, which would make things a little bit easier for me. Unfortunately, the problem still exists. He still has 6 armored hoplites and Spartans, and they're really tough. My infantry does not stand a chance against them. The only way to beat those is attacking them from multiple angles with, you know, with more than one unit per hoplite. So how to do that when he has 6 and I have 6 was still the challenge. So yeah, I'm gonna kill the rest of his Cretan archers here. I was celebrating a minor victory here by getting rid of these Cretans. I mean, there weren't many left anyways, but the fact that they're off the field, you know, that gave me cause for celebration. Because I'm using this really crappy faction to fight a battle. So here I was celebrating the small victories. Because yeah, in a tactical battle like this, you have to, you know, win it one step at a time. If you get really impatient and just rush for a decisive battle, you know, like in the situation I could lose easily. Because I'm using this really crappy infantry. And I got 1 depleted cab unit. Like, how am I gonna take out 6 hoplites with 6 swordsmen? Because I don't have enough archers to achieve much of a difference. Alright, so here I got my archer still out. And he's gonna try to trap this unit up here of archers. There's only 35 of them. Now to see, all of his troops are focused here on capturing this unit of Forester warbands. And I'm actually mindful of that. I'm mindful of everything. Again, you know, I'm looking for weaknesses to exploit in this guy's army. Or in his decision making. Because when your army is inferior, yeah, you need to achieve superiority in decision making. You know, trick him, do something. So it was at this moment, yeah, I saw, wow, look how far his hoplites are. Look where his battery rams are. He can't break into my fort without battery rams, so I'm gonna rush my guys out. I should have rushed more out. This was my mistake. I should have rushed all of them out at the same time. Now, this is not an end-all move. You know, if he doesn't respond to it, yeah, it's gonna end his siege abilities. But the primary function here was, you know, he sees me attacking, and he's gonna run all of his troops back to that side because he can't carry on the siege without siege equipment. But if he runs over there, his guys will be extremely tired. Extremely tired. Look how much distance he has to cover. And that's going to be at a sprint. So yeah, I ran a little bit too late. But yeah, I got my guys hacking away at his siege equipment. See, this is down to 35%, 44%. Yeah, had I rushed out sooner, I could have easily taken these equipment pieces out. But I didn't really expect him to give me this much time, even though they're really far from my troops. I thought he would have came out immediately. So when I realized he wasn't coming just yet, that's when I decided to take all my guys out. So I flattened this one. This one's no longer siege. It's under siege. So I was like, wow, he might actually make it. So I'm gonna keep running out here and just taking these out. But he has so many of them. So yeah, I really do wish I had the live commentary version of this, because the live ones are more exciting, in my opinion, because you can see all the decision making and thought process behind my moves. You can see what I'm thinking, what the opponent's thinking, stuff like that. With replays, you know, I had the advantage of zooming in. I already know what happens. But I feel like when I know what happened, it's not as exciting for you guys. Because, like, you know, back in the day, I was doing post-commentary videos and I was doing live commentary videos. But over the years, I decided that live commentary was way more exciting for you guys, because I didn't know what was going to happen in the battle. But I guess if you're just watching for the close-ups, you know, post-commentaries are excellent for that. But yeah, Rome Total War is excellent for faraway shots like this, and also close-ups. Whereas the newer Total War games, they suck when you zoom out. They look They look horrible when you zoom out. But what I like about Rome 1 is that graphically, it's consistently awesome whether you zoom out or zoom in. But when you play a game like Warhammer 2, you zoom out, it looks like a completely different game. When you zoom in, it looks very beautiful, but they just look like they're separate things. With Rome 1, Medieval 2, it all looks like it belongs to the same game. Look at that. That all looks like it's the same. Like it's the same unit. But man, yeah, you play Warhammer 2, you zoom out, it doesn't look like you're even playing the same game anymore. It just looks really bad. So yeah, he sees what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I left him two battering rams to use. That was 78%. This one's also 78%. Now, obviously, had I rushed all my guys out at once, I could have easily crushed all of these and the game would have been over. But he was able to get here back on time. But he never should have left these pieces unattended like that. But he got so sidetracked with my archers that he forgot about it. And that's what I call, you know, battlefield manipulation. Your opponent might know what he needs to do, but through manipulation you can make him forget what he needs to do, or just sidetrack him. So that's why I do different things in the battlefield. That's to manipulate the situation. You know, a good commander will manipulate the situation to his advantage. Now here's what happened here. He ran all the way out here. He sees that he has two pieces of equipment left, only with that one and this one. And he sees that I still have archers left. If he keeps chasing my archers, he's gonna get tired. If he keeps chasing them, I can destroy his battering rams now. So he has no choice but to go forward and attack my fort, even though his guys are not rested. This unit's very tired. That one is tired. That one is winded. That one is winded. Winded. Exhausted. And pushing his rams is gonna make it even more tired. So this is the kind of situation I like. It's still tough though, because he still has 6 hoplites, and I still have 6 swords. Minimal archers, and weakened cab unit. So I had hopes I can, you know, destroy this battering ram with archer fire, but he's not going to let me focus on him. He already had this unit of hoplites coming out, Spartan hoplites. So when I saw that, I decided, hey, I'm going to take out 1 or 2 units of chosen swords to maybe isolate this unit of Spartans as they go for my archers, and maybe destroy that. And that would give me a 6-5 edge in infantry. So I'm using all kinds of trickery and manipulation to try to make this happen. Like, it's not an exact science playing on the battlefield. You just gotta keep working it and hope something happens that it goes your way. See, I'm shooting way too far. I'm not hitting this battering ram. I'm not even hitting his infantry. I'm hitting them, but there's hit points and shields, so I'm not really making through on them. So yeah, here I'm hoping that he charges my guys to get more isolated. So I got this unit right here coming out to play. It's actually my general unit. And then I see that he's kind of pulling back. So I'm like, should I commit? Should I commit? I've got these 3 units of chosen swords hanging out in case these guys get isolated too. Again, I'm keeping an eye out for something to exploit. So now I have 2 sword units out here. I want to charge these guys. They're very tired. They're down to, what, 94 men now? So I don't want to waste guys going from the front. And I see this unit of hoplites coming. They're exhausted. This is the unit I really want to get because they're exhausted. That means they'll break really easily if I surround them. But yeah, so I had to turn back with these swords units because he saw what I was doing. He brought up support just in the nick of time. He's got this batter ram up here, so he's able to destroy my gate. What he is about to. And maybe destroy this gate too. So yeah, the 2 rams that I left alive, they're now attacking my fort, and now I'm in danger of these hoplites entering. So now what I have to do is attack these guys from multiple angles, and I have to attack them before they get into phalanx formation. If they go into phalanx formation, I have no choice but to hit them from multiple angles, which is hard when he has 6, and I have 6 units of, you know, of proper melee infantry. I'm not counting my depleted archers or my cav. Although my cav can play a difference here. They still have about 50% strength left. So he's gonna rush through this gate, and he sees my swords rushing into town here. But this is where Sparta starts to come into town. I'm like, hey, you know, I gotta time it right. I gotta hit them before they get into phalanx. I got my archers targeting them. So my guys are still slowly getting into the fort. So he's actually getting into my base here. And here, look, these guys are still in town. They're still holding the gate open for these Spartans. You know, I guess chivalry isn't dead, but I guess my common sense was dead. There I killed his general, so his guys are exhausted and they're outnumbered. They had no general, so I was thinking maybe morale could work in my advantage now. Usually when you're barbarians, morale works against you. But now I see the Spartans coming in, I rush them before they get into phalanx formation. So I'm getting some kills right now. So I'm just gonna rush them from all sides. Here he is forming a 2-sided wall here. He's trying to. I got these guys though. I got them out of phalanx, entering the wall, so that's good. And I'm gonna use my cav here to whack these guys from behind. So the Spartans go into phalanx. These guys break. Look at that, because they were exhausted already. I told you. Once the unit's exhausted, their morale is really bad. So I broke that unit. That's awesome. So now I can achieve some advantages over here. But my opponent's already thinking, hey, if he forms the wall right here, he can shut my guys out from the side. So that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to rush these guys into position. But when you're entering a gate like this, it's hard to do that. Like, your guys do not form up immediately. But over here, he is diced my guy from the front, so I have to pull these guys out. Now over here, he did get his guys into phalanx. Sorry, my fraps started to lag now. But I have, what, 3 units ganging up on this 1 unit here of Spartans. Sorry, it is lagging hardcore. And yeah, I pulled my guys back over here because he was able to form a phalanx, so I'm going to pull back. And I've got archers shooting from the sides, and I got, what, 3 swords out here ready to get inside. Or sorry, 2 swords ready to get inside, plus cav, and I got my archers are here. So he has 3 affected units right now. This unit's isolated. They are not going to rejoin their pack. So we're going to watch them perish. It's a foregone conclusion that these guys will die. They're dead. So now that's going to free up 3 additional sword units here. So I have 6 swords and he has 3 hoplites. Now what I have to do now is not attack these guys from the front. I need to achieve aggression from all angles on isolated units. This unit's going to rush up and try to support this unit here. Now, by abandoning this gate, that's going to let my cav and my 2 sword units in. And I still got these archers blasting away here. So what he wants to do is just, you know, seal off the entrances here. I'm actually going to rush forward here. And there, I destroyed this unit. I whacked them real good. So now he only has 2 hoplite units, which I can now surround. Because I have 6 swords, he has 2 hoplites. And you can see if on the battle replay, this replay is about to be over, but this is where the game's about to crash. I apologize that there's no result screen, but this battle is over. What I'm gonna do right now is rush these Spartans right here. See this? And they're gonna be surrounded from all sides. This unit's being shot from behind. They're down to 94. And this unit's already losing. They're down to 127. they have no commander. So, to me, I won this battle. I mean, it's pretty obvious that I was killing his hoplites one at a time. The game just happened to crash at this stage, and it was very unfortunate. But I would say that this game was definitely my victory. Because yeah, look at that. This unit's gonna be surrounded here by these guys and these guys. If this unit tries to help, they're getting shot from behind by archers and also get charged from my cav. And I can easily turn these guys back around and hit these guys. So either way, it would be 6 swords against 1 hoplite after I killed one or the other. But very good game to my opponent, Whiteup. This guy actually said that he watches my videos, so I want to say good game to him because he's probably watching my video. A curious anecdote to note during this battle was at one point my opponent had to walk his dog for 2 minutes. So we did pause for like 2 minutes. You know what? If that didn't happen, I probably would have had the live version of this battle, and that would have been a lot more interesting than the replay version. But I hope you enjoyed this battle. This is definitely one of my favorite battles of recent times, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So let's go ahead and exit this battle. Thank you for watching this overly long battle, but it was very tactical, and that's the kind of battles that you guys typically like.